She's always curious, this one. Right, let's get all my web pages open, ready to go. Start with gold. So what I would do first is go to Forex Factory and just make sure there's no red folder news. Guys, remember that I'm learning as we go along. So just to put it into context, I am part of a company called GFU who teaches financial education, and we have a massive learning platform. In fact, I'll show you on how to make money online, and it works, guys. It works. So I'm just going to give you a quick preview of GFU here. So the education we've got is in Forex, crypto, e-commerce, social media, mindset training, finance, how to manage your finances. We've got live trading sessions from all around the world with the best trading educators around, and these guys are actually audited, so for peace of mind, if these guys aren't performing and you're not making money from their ideas, then they will be replaced. And we've actually got trading scanners, so this is like AI trading, and we've got setups that allow you to follow the AI tool to take trading setups. There's so many being added. But yeah, this is really cool. I learned a lot from this. But anyway, yeah, GFU, we have financial education. What else we got? We got access to cheaper travel. So if you guys like traveling around the world, we've got access to behind the curtain pricing on hotels, flights, activities, I believe taxis services as well in different countries. So it's always worth traveling for less. Why pay more? But we've also got health related products. We've got health supplements. We've got weight loss coffee coming out soon, and we've got skincare products as well. So it's one company, and it's just think of it as an entire platform to prosper from. That's the way I see it. So anyway, we're not doing any training today. As I was saying, I'm just checking for red folder news. So this is what I've been told to go to make sure when you're trading, you're not trading around news. These are all things that I'm learning. At the moment, I'm using a funded account. So we're learning on the job. I've had a few years worth of, well, a year or so now worth of training. I've learned it over the years on and off. I bought an online course a few years back during the first lockdown. That was my first sort of real taster into trading. But actually a couple of years before that, I joined a Signals group and I lost a lot of money through that. That's another story for another day. But as I was saying earlier this morning, this is a chance for me to level up my character in life, and you'll come along the journey with me. And if I'm making money, I'm learning in trading, and I'm staying accountable, then you'll see the journey from the very beginning. Well, so we are back from the gym. Had a great chest pump earlier. Did some cable flies for the first time in a long time. Just getting used to doing that on the bench. Yeah, I feel it on my outer chest now, on the upper part. Had the bench at 30 degrees, and I'm pulling with the cables. That got some footage of that. That felt good. Just again, I need to get used to it. Just having some lunch. Got a few alerts pop up on the trades right now. Just monitoring those as New York opens up. I'll be hopping on with Bradley on a call to go over some markets and see what the afternoon's doing in the New York session. Yeah, I'm gonna get some food, see out the day with the trades, do some prospecting around 4 for a little while, and then maybe give myself an hour to just switch off before dinner, hop on some Xbox. I'm trying to complete Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm an avid gamer. I like to take my time with certain games like Assassin's Creed. I've played all of them, watched the film. The film was terrible, but Assassin's Creed has probably got to be my most favourite game of all time, I think. Anyway, I've had this for years, this game. I've just done a few missions here and there. They've really let themselves down on the graphics. The mechanics of it is just, you can walk through trees and that type of graphics. You gamers know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I might just give myself half an hour before dinner, and then yeah, we got a presentation call happening tonight. Every night during the week, we're in phase 2 of pre-launch within this business, GFU, and it's just bringing in masses of people right now. I'm even pinching myself sometimes to think that I'm actually partnered with Alex Morton, and you networkers should know who he is. Blessed to be alongside him with my team, my mentor. Yeah, loving life there. So we got a presentation call happening at 8 p.m. And yeah, just going to wind down for the evening with Charlotte and the dog, Nala, and just chill. Do it again tomorrow. See what the day brings with the trades. Yeah. Let's hop on over to the charts. Winnie's just had her lunch. There, Winnie. Happy Wednesday, guys. Just woken up, started my routine. It feels weird talking first thing, but it's all good. Yeah. Been an interesting start to the week in the trades. Hasn't been how I'd want it to go. It hasn't gone how I'd want it to go, but that's not something that's within my control. We've been working a couple of things out in the last couple of days, me and Bradley, sorting out our streaming channels for when we go live and work together. But this is the name of the game. You don't win every single day, you don't win every single week, and you can only control you as a person. You can only control your emotions, and this is such a long game. We've just got to keep staying in it to keep playing, you know. So yeah, today hopefully will be a better day. I don't pin my hopes on hoping that it will be a better day. I know it will, but I can't control the market, so we'll see what happens. I'm just starting my routine now this morning. Wake myself up, have a coffee in a bit. So I've just had all my vitamins and a glass of water, kickstart the metabolism and delay the caffeine for another hour, give or take. I'm just finding some nice morning music to wake up to on YouTube. Something nice. Funny thing, I think the last recording on Monday afternoon, I was talking to you about the charts, and Charlotte and Nala burst through the door. Not that I didn't want to continue, but one thing led to another. Nala rolled in cat shit or fox shit. That's such a rare thing. She hardly ever does that, although she's attracted to shit for some reason. But just literally had to happen on Monday whilst I'm recording, and yeah, I had to help with cleaning her up. So that was interesting. So yeah, that happened on Monday afternoon. I wanted to close the recording properly, but that happened. Start the day. Have a positive day. Be intentional. So we're just going to take our time this morning and look for some setups. We're coming out of the Asian session and we'll be going into London session shortly. So let's get our range on the orb setup from 8 till 8:15. That's where we look for the juicy setups. I'm going to turn the camera to face me for a minute because I've got to just input some sensitive information on a website which I don't love y'all that much to show you those credentials. But yeah, we're looking good on GU this morning. So I'm going to go to that first and just see where we're at with that. Yeah, I mean, we're starting to really come down. Hopefully you'll see this. So yesterday we called out this trade on, this is Great British Pound to US dollar, and I think it was about a day or so ago I marked this area where it says sell. There's a lot going on the screen, right? But just pay attention to what I'm saying. There's an area yesterday afternoon, it was around about 3 o'clock, give or take, and I saw this opportunity for a sell, and it's still coming down. And just through learning the way the charts move, from experience, putting two minds together, because Bradley has more experience than me, this become a really good trade. And you're looking for these session breakouts, basically. I'm going to pick up the lingo over time, but this trade, where you'll see, hopefully you can see this red and green bar, like this rectangle, or this chart, I called the sell almost perfectly in the New York session yesterday afternoon, and we're coming down a bit. I'm hoping that through this morning session we'll get a bit of volume and momentum going, and we'll push down a little bit further. Who knows? But I've moved my stop loss to break even on both of these trades, so whatever happens, happens. You know, you can't control this. My profit is close to one of the positions, but it's all good. Whatever happens, I won't lose out on the trade. I might not make that money if it decides to reverse on me, but how can I control the market in Forex when these currency pairs, you know, this money is always being traded day and night. This is happening in real time, so we're just going to keep an eye on it, I guess. I'm just going to keep an eye on these trades. I'm going to just do a little bit of prospecting, and around 9:30 head to the gym. If there's not too many people in the gym and I feel confident, I'm going to just film a couple of exercises. That's something I need to get used to. I'm not one of these people that just goes into the gym and sets up with a camera. I feel a little bit, what's the word? A little bit cringed out, a little bit like, should I be doing this? I'm not an expert. Should I be filming myself in the gym? I'm not an influencer or anything like that. But in other times, I think there's so many people out there on social media that think that they've got everything down to a T in the gym. They've got loads of muscle, they're strong, and they have this entitled feeling to teach people and influence people in the exercises that they do. There's this guy in Mexico, he's Mexican, he calls himself El Campeon. Maybe one or two of you that will be watching this would have heard of him. But if you type in El Campeon on Instagram, the guy is just unbelievable. I mean, he's every exercise that he does, he loads up the bar with maximum weight, and he just struggles his way through with terrible form and technique. Like, even a novice would be like, dude, what are you doing? Like, it's just ridiculous. You're not building any muscle. Your tendons are fighting for their lives. So I think like that, and I think there's people out there that don't have the credentials in finance, in fitness. There's people that think they're big and strong when they're not, and I'm not here to sit and judge, but I think if I'm doing things right and I'm just showing people healthy habits that I have in my everyday life, then if these people have all this confidence to do this content, why can't I do it? Especially if you're coming along the journey with me to building discipline along the way, because I don't have it all figured out, and I'll keep saying that until I do. So yeah, just going to be sitting and watching the charts this morning, and hopefully I'll be filming a little bit of content in the gym a bit later, as long as no one's watching. So yeah, we'll catch up a bit later. Good morning, my lovelies. It is currently just about to hit 10 to 6. I've got a busy day ahead today. I'll be going to a networking event later this morning with my friend Bradley to his mentors networking event. I think it's going to be a small gathering in London, and hopefully we're going to be doing some trading, which will be fun. Yeah, looking forward to seeing what the day brings. Usually I would be going to the gym today to do forearms and abs, but I'm going to be out most of the day today, so bit of a sacrifice, but a little bit of an internal struggle to not want to go to the gym, but I just don't have the time today to go. So tomorrow I'll be combining legs, abs and forearms together, and I'll go to the gym even earlier, so I don't use up my entire morning at the gym. So yeah, looking forward to today. Just going to be doing my routine this morning. Got a dentist appointment just before going to London as well, so just a quick checkup, fingers crossed we're all good. Been taking care of my gum health and my teeth a lot more in the last couple of years. There's things I've read and listened to, and I realise as I get older it's really important to look after your teeth. I never used to bother to look after my teeth, and I wish I did, but here we are. We'll end it here. I'm going to finish off my routine this morning, and I'll probably record next when I'm en route to London. Yeah, and I'll see you guys at the event.
Driving the car?
Yeah. Well, we're in London for the event.
Yes.
Let's go.
A practical solution is probably first of all understanding why you're rushing. I think that's a big one. I think a lot of people they set themselves crazy timelines, crazy expectations, crazy goals, right? And sometimes you've got to look at your goals and actually ask, is it realistic? I'm not saying have limited beliefs and all that sort of stuff, but what I am saying is like, if you say, oh, I want to be a multi-millionaire in a year, it could be very difficult to do, right? So you sometimes have to look at goalposts and maybe move forward, and maybe that other goal becomes a 5-year goal or a 10-year goal. Equally, I think rushing, for me personally, I have a lot of rushes because I need something. And often it's money. And money is the devil. It causes us all problems. We all want it, we all need it, and trading exposes that straight away because we're not taught about money at school, we're not shown how to deal with money, we get into the big world, you get access to loans there, all that shit, you take it, you're not bothered. Ultimately, something's governing your decision to want to rush, and I would say you're doing the thing I always talk about, where rather than getting to the root cause of that, you're going to the leaves and you're chopping leaves, or you're chopping branches. You're not getting to the root and going, this is the problem, whether it's money, whether it's pressures, whether you're a parent and you've got stress with your kids growing up. I know how that feels. My eldest is 14 next week, that is the scariest thing ever, but we've got to roll with it, right? If I put more pressure on myself to get somewhere quicker, I'm probably just going to send myself further back. So you've got to look at the landscape and you've got to ask yourself, what's causing me to rush? It seems simple, but there'll always be something that's governing your decision. And you need to dig deep. And that's why I say, like, when you're journaling, I think everyone should have a journal, a paper one, because writing is a lot more powerful than just writing on your phone. You should be able to identify what is making me feel this way, what is causing me to feel a certain type of way, a certain type of rush, etc., etc. Because I used the analogy the other week on a video. Let's say this is a minefield in front of me, yeah? If I want to rush to get to the other side, I'm probably going to blow my leg off. Is it worth the risk? No. So you wouldn't do it, right? With your own life, which you can't reset, it's not practice life, you're more willing to rush that and prevent yourself from getting to the other side, because you can't be willing to let time do its thing and just deal with maybe there's another way around, or maybe somebody needs to come in with one of them freaking mind detectors and guide you to where you need to get. And I think if you could just look at it and go, well, maybe that's because I put the pressure on, I need to be there now, because I don't know, I want to get to the other side of the room to give Andy a cuddle. Is it worth blowing my leg off? No. So maybe I can wait. Maybe I can wait till after, right? So I think you need to get really granular with why are you rushing? how can you sort of tame that a little bit? Maybe give yourself an extra year. For me, I don't love deadlines. I think we all need a deadline. We have to look in the mirror and go, am I actually doing the thing I said I was going to do, etc., etc. But I think this is why goals are a big one as well. Sometimes we set goals, and then you get to the end of the year, you haven't hit them, so you go, I haven't fucking shit yet. But you might have learned something. Life might be guiding you somewhere. Big believer in life removes people and things from your life that you wouldn't get rid of. It will show you and highlight things. And trading is one of those things, right, which it will keep showing you what you're doing wrong until you listen. If you keep losing, something's trying to say to you like a mirror, big man, look at this. And you're like, nah, no, it's not that, it's this. Just look at it. It's hard looking at yourself sometimes and being like, bruh, it's me. But that's what's needed of you to make this shit work.
Well, that's London wrapped up, the event. So we got to meet a good few people today. We didn't expect a lot to turn up. Had a Q&A session, learning about prop firms and what's the company? The
Trade Nation.
Trade Nation, yeah.
Broker.
Got a bit boring towards the end, to be fair. But we had nice food, got to meet Albert, really cool, laid back guy, and it was just nice being around other traders and hearing other people's losses as well. I'm still in that phase of learning and yeah, still taking the L's, but they're lessons, and that's an important reminder today, I think. So yeah, we're just heading back home. This is the very first week of vlogging. And it's been a good week in the trades. Much better than the last couple of weeks. I managed to not blow the account, so that was that's a plus for me. But yeah, next week we're looking for A+ setups, and I'm going to have Bradley telling me to make sure that I look for A+ setups as and when, and don't just jump into trades.
No FOMO.
No FOMO. Stick to the strategy. And yeah, next week we'll be setting up the live streams as well on YouTube, so that's going to be interesting. Looking forward to that. Yeah, watch this space. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday.